Hey, what is up, EduMatch fam? I'm super excited to be here with you today because when we air this, then that means that this awesome new book will be live. I'm here joined today by the author, Craig Shapiro. So, Craig, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Sarah. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm so appreciative of you doing the book with me, and I think it'll be a really, really valuable resource. So I appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much. And we are so appreciative of you. So, thank you for being part of the EduMatch family. So, for anyone who doesn't already know you, would you mind just introducing yourself?
Sure. So my name is Craig. I've been in the field of education for 35 years. This is my 36th year of teaching. I started at the elementary level, and then I've been at the high school level for the past 28 years. I do a lot of coaching. Also an SEL liaison for the school. I do a lot of public speaking on issues of developing culture and wellness. I'm married. I have my wife, Kyle, my two kids, Alani and Cole, and I also have two dogs, Bella and Zoe. And really, I always say to people that my things, I always say to students, like, what is your thing? My things are teaching, writing, and wellness. So those are my things.
I love that. Teaching, writing, and wellness. That is fantastic. Yes. So we're here today to celebrate your book, Dream Big. Tell us a little bit about Dream Big and also about your inspiration behind writing it.
Okay, so this is really easy and hopefully funny for people. So I am a post-it note nut. I have all the little colored post-it notes. So maybe like 6 or 7 years ago, when students come in my room, I would have a question and they would grab a post-it note and they'd fill it out. And at the end of like a week, I would collect all the post-it notes and I would read all of the responses. And I was like, man, I can't believe all the stuff these kids are writing. And it would be things like, oh, today's class was great. Oh my God, what was Shap talking about? All these different comments. And at one point, I was like, I got to do something with these thousands of post-it notes. I was like, I have to. And that was really the kind of inspiration between writing the book. Like I wanted to put all of, not necessarily just my thoughts, but the thoughts of students down on paper. So it was like, how do students see this class? And how do I see it? And how can I put a book together that is going to best help teachers see the power of teaching?
Totally. Yeah, I love that. There's just so many powerful nuggets in the book. So, I highly recommend that anybody pick it up. And I'm not just saying that because I'm the publisher. I thoroughly enjoyed reading it and just reading your insights, and you've been a member of the EduMatch community for a long time, contributing to EduSnap and just everything. So this is just great seeing your book come through our community. I couldn't be more happy. So
Yeah.
why was writing this book, Dream Big, why was writing that important to you?
Okay. So, well, like I said, I've taught for 35 years. And I always say that I wish I knew when I was 25 what I know now. And you hear that, and that's a cliche, because you always hear that. But it's really true. So as I was writing the book, and anybody who reads it is going to think, wow, this stuff is so practical. And what I was really trying to do is to try to keep things simple. And when I say simple, I don't mean easy. I mean like something that is simple for people to understand, because so much in education is trying to make things complex. And it's just not. I'm not saying teaching is not complex. I'm saying that if you follow principles that I've written about, building relationships, working on your instructional approach, reflecting on your practice, that's how teaching becomes successful. And that's what I was hoping to do, to try to put things together so any person reading the book is going to get something out of it immediately, whether they are new or a veteran. And I wanted to keep it funny, like tell stories. So just that stuff.
Yeah, totally. And something that you said, it applies to like so many parts of life. Like things can be simple but not easy, you know, like just
Yep.
like fitness. I know that you're big on fitness, you
Right.
know, and I hear that phrase applied a lot. But yeah, yeah, and that's very true. That can be extrapolated to so many different things. So yes, indeed. So who would you say would be the main audience for your book?
Well, obviously teachers are going to be the key part because I'm a teacher. I've written the book to help teachers, but I would also say that I really believe anybody in leadership, like if you're a principal, assistant principal, superintendent, somebody who works at a college, the book is definitely for you because that's going to tell you whether or not a lot of the people you work with are doing the things that I'm speaking about. And I even said this, even though the book is education based, I believe it is an inspiring read. I think it will get people thinking. And for anybody listening, I would also say that teaching and education get a bad rap. We always hear this negative stuff, and the book, if nothing else, is positive. The entire spin of the book is a positive spin. So I definitely think it's an inspiring part, but mainly teachers and administrators and anybody who wants a quick read.
Totally. Yeah, it is a great read for educators of all roles as you said, just anybody who wants to be inspired. So I absolutely agree with that. So this time has flown by, Craig, but I just wanted to ask you, how can readers find you, and also what other resources might you suggest?
Okay, so Sarah, I'm a Twitter nut.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love Twitter. So I know Sarah has had it posted, but my Twitter feed is at Shapiro _ WTHS. That's my main one. I have another one at positively _ well, but most of my education stuff is done through at Shapiro _ WTHS. I also have also on Facebook. I do some stuff on Facebook. I do some stuff on Instagram. And if you just look up Craig Shapiro, you would see it on Instagram. It's WTCC Coach. Um, and I would also say my website. So my website is www.cmsdreambig.com. So www.cmsdreambig, Craig Michael Shapiro, cmsdreambig.com. I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff about my book up there, a lot of stuff on education, free resources. So I think that'll be a great resource. And really, even like just reaching out to me, like if you want to DM me on Twitter, I am more than happy to help anybody with anything.
Yeah, and I can definitely vouch for that. Like Craig is one of the most open, sharing, giving people that I have come across in my time of being connected on social media. He is really a great person, a great author, a great educator. I can't say enough good things about Craig. So we really
You make me
appreciate.
blush there.
Absolutely. No, thank you. And we really appreciate you. So congratulations on your book launch. We are all cheering for you over here at EduMatch, and just wanted to see if you had any final thoughts that you wanted to share with the audience before we close out.
Yeah, I would just say that, obviously, as an educator, you want people to buy your book. It'd be silly not to say that because it's just truthful. But I do believe that I think any person in education is going to benefit from the book. I really believe that, and it's not because I wrote it. I just believe that the ideas in it and the strategies are so practical for any person in the classroom. And there are things that many educators are doing. And if you are doing them, great, keep doing them. And if you're somebody new to education, it will be an amazing resource. And obviously, finally, I'd say, I said this in the beginning, I'm grateful for Sarah believing in me and giving me the opportunity to put my stuff out there to the EduMatch community. I feel that all the hard work is paid off, and I truly hope that anybody reading it gets something out of it. And if somebody has questions, like if you're not sure of something, you read something you don't really understand, or you have a question, just ask.
Yeah, totally, totally. And we are very grateful for you as well. So thank you again, Craig. And thank you to everyone for tuning in. So if you're seeing the banner scrolling along the bottom, then the book is available in many places. So by the time you watch this, it'll be available on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, as well as the EduMatch website. So check those out. And if you want to get a discount on bulk orders, then you can just visit the Google form link at the bottom, bit.ly/EduMatch bulk, and discounts start on 10 or more copies. So we really appreciate y'all tuning in. Looking forward to you getting a copy of Craig's book. And in addition, we can't wait to see you for the next EduLaunch. So thank you so much, everybody, and have a great evening. Thanks,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody. Thank you
Bye,
so much.
everybody. Thank you.
It's EduMatch. EduMatch. It's EduMatch. You're at EduMatch. EduMatch. Don't miss EduMatch. Don't miss EduMatch. You're at EduMatch. EduMatch.